Hi, I'm Tony Principe. I'm the co-developer of Finishline Auto Club, and this is my garage. So welcome to our facility here. You've had the opportunity today to take a look at a couple different collections, and so I thought I'd bring you inside and take a look at mine and maybe some of the other facilities that are here in the property. All right, so first car that I'd like to show off is the 1956 Porsche Speedster. This was really my first collector car that I purchased about 17, 18 years ago, and it was just a dream car for me. I had other exotics and Porsches and Ferraris and things like that, but this is just a car that I always wanted. I actually bought it sight unseen. It was back east in Connecticut, and it was I had looked for many years to find a numbers matching correct car, and the pictures of it were white. It looked like a white car, and I had a Porsche specialist go out and inspect the car and check it all out. So when the car arrived here, it was a cloudy day, and it came out of the back of the truck, and it had this minty green color, which was just a bit surprising to me because I was expecting to see a white Porsche. The color grew on me almost instantly, and I fell in love with it. It's called Glacier White, and it's a factory color. And it was the car was restored about, gosh, close to 18 years ago by Stoddard Porsche in Ohio. And they did a 3-year restoration on it, and it's 100% correct, numbers matching. It's just a great car. It's got the Rudge wheels on it, the Nardi steering wheel, and it has the original Super motor, which is a higher horsepower motor. It's a big 75 horsepower instead of the standard 60 horsepower. And it's just a great car to drive, especially with the canyons out here. We've got Mulholland and PCH and Canaan and all those roads, and it just drives as tight as could be. And it's really a very tight car, just as far as the way it's all put together, just rock solid. And so really probably my favorite go-to car. You know, we put together as part of Finishline, aside from the great garages, we curate a lot of events and driving events. And so this last year we did a Speedster drive with some of the Finishline owners. We actually had 9 Speedsters together, which was really fun, driving the canyon. So just a great go-to car. The next car is a 1979 Porsche 930 Turbo. This was a car I fell in love with the day it came out, and I actually remember going to the showroom and taking a picture of it and getting the brochure on the car, which I still have today. And so when this car became available, it was a real low mileage of 79. I had to buy it, and it's still a fast car even by today's standards. It's got so much acceleration, and I had this one restored as well. It was a very clean car, but I like them to really be put together correctly, and the paint's perfect, and so it's just a really fun car. I like the iconic big fat hips on the car, and the whale tail is something that really I think sets this car apart, the stance on it. So it's just, for me, it's an iconic Porsche, and I love to see kind of as they transition and evolve, especially with the fins, as the fins change. But this was probably my favorite Porsche of the era, both when they raced them as well as the street car. So it's a fun car. So the next car is the GT2 RS. I've had a number of GT cars over the years, and this just is an absolute beast. Scary fast, handles unbelievable, and frankly, it outdrives me for sure. It's just spectacular. You know, I had the GT3 RS before this, which is normally aspirated, and it has a whole different sound and feel to it than this car. But I'm in love with it. I ordered it, spec'd it out, and this was kind of the launch colors. I debated going with the bright blues or oranges and yellow, and I just thought I wanted to go back to kind of the traditional racing colors and launch colors of Porsche. As you can see with the silver, with the red interior, and this is the Weissach package. So it's got a lot of the carbon fiber and the magnesium wheels. So it's just a fun car and really enjoy it. I drive all of them, and this is a great car to take out on the canyons on an early morning, and it sticks to the road. So it's a fun one. So part of the fun of having a garage or storage space is your friends call you a lot and look for places to store their cars. And so one of my very close friends just acquired a couple of cars that I have here right now, and definitely classes up my collection a bit. This is a 2015 918 Spyder. Beautiful car, handles spectacular. It's all white. Hybrid. These are limited production cars and about just under 900 horsepower. Totally different animal. I had a Carrera GT that was very fast but scary and twitchy. You could be doing a fast clip in the car and step on it, it'll twitch on you. This is really refined, much like this, but even more refined than this. This is raw, nasty power, where the 918 is a very refined car, drives very smooth, has a great sound to it. The electric mode, I think 0 to 92 in electric mode, then the combustion engine kicks on. And I had one out the track at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Just had a great time with it. It's a fun car, and this is a beautiful example of it. Very low mileage, and so it's fun to have it here in the garage. So this is the 2018 LaFerrari Aperta, which is the Ferrari convertible hybrid supercar, just under 1,000 horsepower. Just a spectacular car. Very limited production, and this is a very low mileage example of the car. It's got about 100 miles on it, so basically delivery miles, and it's just an absolute beast. And the lines on this car you could just stare at, forever. It's just really well done, super exotic. What do you say? I mean, it's a LaFerrari. The mirrors on it, I think, are really interesting to see how I've heard them referred to as like eyelashes, and they have that kind of soft look, which is really nice. It's a very sexy design. The rear end on this car is spectacular. So it's an amazing car, and the doors, the way they open up, really give it almost a Batmobile type look. So it's a spectacular car. This is the Ferrari A12 Superfast, Ferrari's latest sports car. It's a beast, a lot of horsepower, and this example is just all blacked out. Car's handle spectacular, canyons as well as straight line. It's really, Ferrari's refined their cars over the years, and there's parallels to Ferrari and Porsche, but they really are very distinct in most ways, and from the smell to the way they sound and drive. And this one's, although it looks like a bigger car, it actually feels very small when you drive it. So it's spectacular. Love the all black, triple black basically, with the wheels, interior, and paint, and just a mean looking car with a great sound. So this is a 1974 Porsche Carrera RS, fairly limited production car. I fell in love with the color on this car. Had it in restoration for a few years, actually, just really getting it correct. There were some things on it that just really needed to be, they put sway bars and some funky speakers and things like that. So anyways, once you start opening up, Pandora's box, you wind up really kind of jumping into it. And it's a great car. It's correct. It's got the correct numbers matching engine, transmission, the right wheels on it. The original interior, one of the things that was really my favorite on the car was the ducktail. Not many of the RSs came factory with the ducktail. Some had the whale tail on it. So I just really like that look. This car drives amazing. handles fantastic in the canyons, and really is one of the best cars to drive. The 70s 911, just a great car to drive. So the thing that really stood out for me is just the color and the whale tail, and I enjoy it. So again, this is a real close friend of mine's car that asked me to store it for him, and it's a Z8, BMW Z8, great car. I've driven it a number of times, and it's a 6-speed, a lot of power. It's the right color combo on this car. Top comes down, and it's fun. You know, it's a combination of old school mixed with more modern technology. Frankly, I like driving the 5- and 6-speed transmissions, kind of the old school with the clutch and everything. Is technologically advanced as all the new cars are with the paddle shifters and everything. There's something about just getting in an old Porsche or BMW or some of these cars and driving the stick. You're more engaged with the car, and it's fun. You know, you're not grabbing your cell phone and checking emails and things like that when you're driving these old sports cars with manual transmission, which I think is refreshing and nice. So one of the things that makes really the Finishline garages and the whole facility special, aside from the security and the privacy of being just with other car collectors, is that once you buy your space, you can customize it how you want and really have it complement the collection that you have. For me personally, I have a lot of automotive art that I personally shot and put in the space along with some memorabilia, but you'll find every garage in the Finishline property each has its own unique personalities you've seen with some of the other collections that you shot today. So it's really kind of a unique experience to be able to have a space that you can customize the way you want it, park your cars in there, and know that you're not, you know, in some business park next to a contractor or a gym or some other non-auto related use. The other thing that's fun, aside from the events that we host and the drives that we do, is the clubhouse, which gets used very frequently. So on a almost a daily basis, we have guys that are here using the clubhouse for you know, kind of cars and coffee events, drives. Today there's a big group that went out and did a drive through the canyons. So let me show you the clubhouse. So the clubhouse is really for all of the owners here at Finishline to use, and it's used on a frequent basis. So quite often before the weekly drives that people do, they'll come in, have coffee and donuts, or they'll finish their drive here and have lunch. Got a great bar, wine storage, poker table, seating areas, pool table, and then it's set up tables for dining and lunches and things like that. People host their birthday parties and just get-togethers quite often in here. And so it's really kind of a nice feature. There's a lot of the garages here that maybe are on the smaller side and don't have room to dedicate to a lounge space. They want to fill them with cars. But sometimes they want to come have a drink or hang out with their friends, watch a Formula One race or the Super Bowl. And so that's really what this space has become. It's used 24/7. And they have full access to it. Our Orange County facility, which we're building right now and will be done just after the first of the year, has a clubhouse, and it's kind of on steroids compared to this one. 2 stories, about 7,000 feet, fireplace, dining area. So we're excited to show you that one down the road. But this is just a great space, and it's fun, and it complements the outdoor patio space that we have as well, where people hang out and do cigars and just watch some of the cars roll in and out. So enjoy. Thank you.